Hello, happy Friday. I am Intellect, your host. Welcome to Freestyle Friday Battle Art Edition. Before we jump into it, I'm going to go over some announcements. Showcase Your Talent show will be the last Wednesday of this month, the 30th, from 8 to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Zoom. This is our double prize month, so the winner will have $200 to go home with. So if you are interested in competing for our double prize this month, definitely register. There are still some slots available. If you just want to showcase what you've got, you can become a feature. If you have a product, service, or business that you would like to discuss during the show, you can sign up as a sponsor. We also have an open mic for those who just want to share their art and don't want to have anything to do with the competition or the showcase. That's fine. If you would like that option, there's an option for that as well. And if you just want to view, you have the opportunity to do that. So you can click the link in our bio or go to intellex.com to sign up and register as any of those options, right? We have Meeting of the Minds Mondays, one Monday a month where we focus on a different topic. If you have any topics that you would like for us to discuss that we have not already discussed, go to our page, to our series part, and click on Meeting of the Minds Mondays to see all the different topics. Also go to our YouTube page. If you have any topics that we have not discussed and you would like to discuss, and you want to hear them here, or if you would like to host Meeting of the Minds, definitely connect with us so that we can add it in the queue and add you on there because we're here to serve you, right? We also have Q&A Wednesdays where we host a question of the month to kind of get to know each other apart from artists, because we are more than what we do. And sometimes we might lose sight of that because there's so many different things going on, right? So if you are interested in asking us anything, that is the time to do it. You can also send it in ahead of time, either via email or DM. You can also just ask it while we're on live in the question or comment section. If you want to host the Q&A Wednesday of the month or pose the question of the month, you have an option to do that as well. You connect with us for that. We also have Freestyle Friday and 3 segments. We have pretty much open mic every segment. We have battle art, which is what we're doing today, where you compete against different artists, and whoever wins picks next month's theme. So this month's theme is Note to Self. My mind just went blank. Note to Future Self, interpretation of self-love. So, anything that you have regarding that theme will put you in the running. And then the viewers vote, and whoever has the most votes wins and picks the next month's theme, all right? It's really fun. We've been doing it for a little while now, and if you're interested, you can hop on. We also have Art of Awareness fundraiser, where we raise awareness for the beauty, necessity, and uniqueness of art, as well as raise funds to come to a place near you to go from virtual to in-person concerts. You do not have to wait until our third Fridays to donate. You can donate in many different ways. Click our link in the bio for different options. And then we also have our Feature Friday, 4th Fridays, where we spotlight an entrepreneur doing their thing in the community. We also have Intellect Space for Entrepreneurs podcast in season 3. That's not just audio, but it's also visual. If you are interested in being a feature for this season or the future seasons, definitely look over our previous seasons and our current season and connect with us so that we can add you on our list. We also have art and business seminars that we've done. We had a mental health discussion and panel. We have merch, we have books, we have so much in store, right? But if you want to stay up to date on all things Intellect, definitely subscribe to our email list and our YouTube channel so that you can stay up to date on everything that we have going on. All right, with social media changing, our email list and our YouTube It's something that will be consistent. That's where all of our stuff is. And our email list, you find out everything before everybody else does. So it's a perk, right? And we give out some goodies. So yes, there's that. All right. So for today, as I said, the theme for tonight, and the winner will have a cash prize, is Note to Future Self, Interpretation of Self-Love. All right, so we're going to jump right in, and I'm going to have Inspirational Poet hop on. Hello.
Hi, Intellect.
How are you?
Busy, busy, busy. I have over 22 people on my list to feature on Clubhouse.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I started this program. I started this platform called Children Sharing Art and Poetry to the World, and
Mm-hmm.
having to anything surrounding children. A lot of people want to be featured, and so far this show started Saturday, and in that short time, I had over 22 people on the list.
Oh, wow.
I was on the third day of the show. 22 people signed up.
That's a nice turnout. That's a
Yeah,
really turnout.
and I think it's mainly because I believe the Lord is blessing the show. So the Lord is bringing all these people in, and all these people are requesting to be on the list. And so at first the Lord told me just do it every Saturday, but now He's telling me to do it every day. God's just telling me do this every day. Invite a guest speaker every day. And like the one of the topics was how do we get kids out that the defeated mindset into the victory mindset. So that was one of the topics. How can we get kids out that I can't do this mindset into the I can mindset? Because a lot of kids think, oh, that they're not good enough. A lot of kids think that they can't do this, and um, but yeah, and I was on that day. I was interviewing. Believe it or not, I go around and the reason why I say I'm busy was I go around all over Clubhouse looking for these motivational speakers.
Mm-hmm.
So I travel all over Clubhouse looking for the best motivational speakers who aligned with the message I'm bringing. Like, believe it or not, the first person and I didn't know this, but the first person I interviewed, she was actually the first topic was children raise your voice. And believe it or not, the first person I interviewed had a publishing company called Raise Your Voice Publishing Company.
Oh, wow.
So she matched with her company matched with what I was teaching on that day.
Mm.
And so, and I tell people the Lord, I don't call it a coincidence. I call it holy alignment, because the thing about a lot of people need to know is the Lord doesn't make coincidences. The Lord makes what we call holy alignments. So He doesn't make coincidence. There's no coincidences in the kingdom of God. There's what they call holy alignment. So basically what holy alignment is someone who aligns with what you are doing, and it also goes along with intellect. I believe, if I'm getting this right, you own a nonprofit, right? Intellect's Artrepreneur agency, I think.
Well, I wouldn't consider it nonprofit. Even though we do things that's not really profit based, I would say it's a bit of a mixture.
But but yeah, and so yeah, and that's because that's what I learned. I learned that in the kingdom of God, there's no coincidences. There's only holy alignments. Basically, someone aligning with what you do, and um basically what I'm doing is teaching kids, empowering kids through art, creativity, entrepreneurship, business, tech. And I'm also bringing the platform to Instagram if you want to be the first person. If you want, if you're up to it, I want you to be the first person I feature when I bring it to Instagram.
Okay, that sounds good.
Yeah, because you're an Artrepreneur agency, and I believe you can teach kids about art or about manifesting their art because that's kind of the business you're in. You're in the art business, the Artrepreneur business.
Yes.
Um, so I believe you can help kids and teach kids how to manifest their art and because a lot of kids um and a lot of people like what I'm doing. They told me don't stop doing what you're doing because they like what I'm doing. But I will tell people more about it after I do this poem. I'm gonna do this is called Note to My Future Self.
Okay.
Dear future self, dear future self, we rise and we conquer the day. Dear future self, we stand at the altar of the Lord Himself. We stand at the altar of God, praising for a better day, praising the Lord to pave the way, praising the Lord to lift us up from this dark space. Dear future self, we are at the altar of God again, praising for this better day, praising for the sorrow and pain to go away. You see, dear future self, we are here at the altar of the Lord, praying for the sorrow and pain of those, the pain of every African American who is being abused, who is being shot in the street. We pray, and I stand here at the altar of God, praying for this suffering, praying for this suffering of and the death of all black people. I pray that this tragedy stops, and I pray, dear yourself, we will rise and we will conquer the day. We will keep on praying until these until these brutal shootings stop. Because they say Black Lives Matter, but all lives matter, dear Lord. Dear yourself, I'll keep on praying and I'll keep on yelling Black Lives Matter and all lives matter until they get it in their thick skulls that all lives matter. Dear yourself, I pray that one day this racist white supremacy and that Martin Luther King's dream comes true, dear yourself. I pray that every bullet, every wound, every flesh wound that has cut like a bullet, cut like a knife stops. So dear future self, I will rise and I will stand tall and I will not let this happen. Dear future self, I'll keep on praying. Praying at the altar of the Lord, praying at the altar of the Most High, praying with the Most High's blessing. But you see, I'll never stop praying. I'll never stop praying. I'll get down on my knees and pray to the Lord to be free. The shackles that bind you and shackles that bind the soul will be free. So, dear future self, let's make this future a grand one, a future that walks hand in hand with everyone, a future that walks hand in hand with everything that we teach and everything across the land. So, you see, dear future self, we will create art and we will create an artistic future that will create art that binds and loves and shines, that everything that is right in history will be defined as love. So, dear future self, I send this message as a reminder of this future that is in jeopardy of destruction, that is implosion like a bomb, ticking time bomb. Dear future self, I'll write in history, I will rewrite this history, I will create a history where love will shine. Finally, dear future self, I say we will win and we will conquer because art is what is all in our mind. Home.
Yes. I like that. That was really good. And it makes you think about where you are now and what you would want your future self to know, especially with everything going on and how things can change in an instant, and just to prepare yourself for that. So thank you for that.
Yeah. Um, and with a lot of people, like there's this one person on YouTube that I was commenting on this one video, and this woman keeps telling everyone silence, and then she keeps saying I'm a white woman. I said, and I had to put her in her place. I said when I kept was she kept commenting on this video and telling everyone silence. I said, how about you silence? And she said Nick Waller silence. And then I said no. She said, I'm a white silence. I'm a white woman. I said no, and she kept saying
Wow.
I'm a white woman. So I put her in place. I said, I know it, and you think like a white supremacist. And I put her in place. I know it was a little rude what I said, but I had to do it. I told her, you want to know what I said? I said, I know you're a white woman, but you think like a white supremacist, and that's not how I said, you think that everyone has to follow you because that you're in control because you're a white woman. And I said, and that's not how the world works. I said, get up to speed with the new century.
Mm.
Literally.
Yeah.
I know that was a little harsh, but she had it coming because you can't keep. I hate how a lot of people think, oh, since I'm a white person, I can control everything. And so I had to put her in a place. I told her, I said, I know you're a white woman, but you think like a white supremacist. And I said that's not how the world works. Get up to speed with new century because we're in a new century right now. we're we're in a new century. um, we're in a new century here where people are getting more aware of race of different races. Um,
Yeah.
where white supremacists don't have the power anymore. Because I've been seeing it. White supremacists, they don't have the power anymore since a lot of people are starting to, especially white people are starting to get more aware of the African American people, and getting caught up on the African American history. Like, you ever heard of the Newsies? You ever watch the Newsies?
No, I don't think I've
So,
heard that.
have you ever heard of newsboy strike in New York?
Mm-mm.
So there's this strike. I'm gonna do this. So there's a news strike. Actually, there was a newsboy strike in years and years ago. It was in 18 like somewhere in the 18th century. It was you ever heard of the name Poulster? Um, Joseph Poulster. Um, the Pulitzer Prize.
Oh, Pulitzer?
Yeah, Joseph Pulitzer is the one that
Yeah.
created the Pulitzer Prize.
Yeah.
So, um, Joseph Pulitzer was back then he had the power. He had control over all the news. The news. He had control over all of New York's newspapers. Joseph Pulitzer had control over it all. And so what Joseph Pulitzer did was he raised the price of the newspapers for the newsies. He said he raised the newsies price to 60 cents per 100,
Mm.
which back then was expensive. The newsies couldn't afford to pay 60 cents per 100 because it's too much. And so he basically they went on strike, and there was the leader of that strike was a guy named Jack Kelly, aka his real name is Francis Sullivan, and Francis Sullivan was a prisoner, an inmate at what they call the refuge. The refuge is a place where they put under orphaned kids, and they basically put orphan kids to be no, actually they put kids to be rehabilitated. They're turning you into proper kids. And but what they found about the refuge is they had 5 kids to a bed. They had rats all over the floor. They were not feeding the kids. The kids were malnourished, and they were not feeding the kids. So when one of the, I think his name was Denton, yeah, Denton, this newspaper guy, the news correspondent for the Sun, New York Sun, he he made a newspaper, an article about the newsboy strikes, and he gave it to he went to Governor Roosevelt, Theodore Roosevelt, and Theodore Roosevelt, um, if I'm getting this correct, I think Theodore Roosevelt was a Republican, right?
I'm not even sure.
But yeah, Theodore Roosevelt said that. So Theodore Roosevelt actually shut down the refuge.
Mm-hmm.
He shut down the refuge, and he arrested the warden of the refuge, and the warden got arrested. Um, but yeah, and the newsboy the newsies didn't give up. Like Joseph Bullinger thought, oh, by raising the price, it'll be a challenge for them, but they didn't give up. They said, no, we're not gonna go, we're not gonna sell any newspapers until they put the price back where it was. Until they put the price from back to the regular price.
Mm.
But yeah, that's a little bit of history for people.
Mm.
Um, I like to educate people, and that's a little. If people live in New York, um, if people who it's a little bit of New York history for those who live in New York. Um, but yeah, but how's your day?
It's going pretty good so far.
And I can't wait for the. I think next week is the showcase.
No, that's in 2 weeks.
Oh, but I thought Thanksgiving's next week.
It's after Thanksgiving.
Oh,
Yeah, because I think this month had 5 weeks. Yeah, kind of. But yeah, it's actually the fifth Wednesday this month. Yeah.
but yeah, I already told Miss Erica to add me to the list. I told her to put me on the list. She said she liked the message, and I'm guessing when she likes the message, that means yes.
Yeah.
Because her way of saying yes is whenever she likes the message. Whenever you put the heart on the message, that means yes.
That sounds good. Well,
Because
yeah.
it's a faster way for her to text, because a faster way for her to get you the answer, because she gets busy sometimes. But whenever she puts whenever she clicks and likes the message, that means it's a yes. But
Yeah,
but yeah, I'm on the list,
same.
and
Yeah, and you're on tonight's list too. So for anybody else who wants to hop on and jump on this theme for your chance at some cash tonight, um, you can request to join as well.
but
Yes.
let's see. I'm gonna try to do another poem. Let's see, another self-interpretation of self-love. Actually, let me see. I'm gonna do this one. A self-interpretation of self-love. Love is strong. You see, love can never break, and love can never be broken. Shattered like a broken mirror, but self-love is stronger, unbreakable, unshakable, undeniably unshakable, that can never be broken. You can try to shatter love, but you can't break self-love. The love you have for yourself is stronger than any rock, any shining diamond that you can buy, because self-love is stronger. The self-love of a child, the love of yourself, mind, body, and soul, and spirit, that spirit can never be broken. You see, you can try to shatter this broken heart, but souls can never be broken. Souls can shine in the dark. Self-love is a love that is not selfish, but selfless. There's no selfishness in self-love because you have to love yourself before you love others. You have to love others and um love them and teach them new ways. Shining like the self-love that shines today. Interpretation of freedom of the free mind and free will. You see, love doesn't die. But you see, it's uniquely defined as self-love is defined as love for you. If you look up in the dictionary, self-love is defined as the love for yourself before others. You see, love gives hope and self-love gives love that shines. So interpretation of self-love and interpretation of the love of yourself, mind, body, spirit, and soul. You see, you are now baptized under the name, in the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, and baptized in self-love of the Lord that shines for everything that is open to the door, that shines everything that is open to the door, creating the portal that overloads with love that shines and grows like the flower that grows roots deep in the mind. So you see, self-love is what we define as love that shines so bright that it will never die. Because self-love never dies. Because you even though you may be gone physically, you are not gone spiritually, and so your self-love still survives, even past, as you transition from this earth. Self-love is still alive, because as long as your spirit's still alive, self-love won't die. So you see, this is my interpretation of self-love, and the love that shines, because self-love is always divine. Boom.
Yes. Self love never dies. I like that.
Well, that's one way to explain it.
Yes. Well, thank you so much. Don't go anywhere. Um, because if we have another contender for this month, whoever wins, based on the viewer votes, is gonna leave here with some cash. All right, and again, for those that are just tuning in, welcome, welcome. Our theme for this month is Note to Future Self, an interpretation of self love. All right, and since we have been on this topic for a few months because we haven't had a winner, we are going to find a winner this month. So next month can be a new theme. All right. So for anybody that would like to hop on, um, please do so. And thank you, Nick, for those two poems. All right, all right. Um, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna have you go into the viewing section, but stay on,
All right.
okay?
All right. I'll see you in a little bit.
All right, see you soon. So what I want to do now is, and make sure before I do that, make sure you follow and support Inspirational Poet. He's got a lot of things going on every day, right here, Clubhouse. He's got a lot and a variety of different things going on. So make sure you support all of the artists that come on here, like this is a platform for you all so you can express your art the way that you want to express it, to promote you so that we can come together, right? That's what it's about. All right, so what I want to do is share a poem by Louis Marrero, founder of Voices in Power. Um, we've been friends for quite some time now, and kudos and congrats to all of the success that has been floating his way. Definitely well deserved. And if you have not checked out an open mic, Voices in Power open mic, make sure you get your tickets. They always get sold out really quickly, but it's a great experience to have. Right, so he wrote a poem book called Puzzle Pieces, and it's a compilation of different poems in here. So based on our theme for tonight, I wanted to share one of the pieces. There's actually 3 pieces I wanted to share, but this one is called Note to My Art. If I didn't think with a mind consumed by chaos inhaled through my eyes, ears, nose, fingertips, and tongue, I wonder what will be different. I'd like to imagine the difference would be more simple, more satisfying to my heart, and consumed with more passion. I'd be more in tune with my spirit if I could just learn to just be and not do. If I just enable the possibility of possibility, the possibility will be pure and endless. My art then becomes a friendship, and I always dreamed of having a friend like you. And that again was Note to My Art. I will share one of the other pieces. I believe this is a short. Yeah, it's a short. I think it's a little long too. um, okay, so I will do. All right, I'll do this one. This is called Take Flight. Oh, you know what? No, wrong one. It's called The Prequel to Broken Angel. There have been countless times I've taken you for granted, while taking advantage of how I could balance a love I thought would never vanish, with the idea that life without me you cannot manage. And just like that, you were gone, and I was left with mere fragments of memories, talents, and passion, and nowhere to stash them. But deep inside the darkness of whom I thought I was, and because of finally finding truth, light, and love, I had to take a seat. I had to kill the process of get hurt, write, recite, and repeat. Pain became fuel to feed broken people, broken pieces of me. And we all got sick. We all became disease. It led me to a time of prayer on my knees, praying to a God I believe, but believing in me just enough. I was disguised by the monster this angel had become. And again, that is the prequel to Broken Angel. All right, so I'll share the other one a little bit later. Let's see. All right, so again, the theme for this evening is Note to Future Self, interpretation of self love, and that could be pretty much anything, right? What your interpretation of self love is might not be somebody else's interpretation. And if you are not somebody that likes the camera or wants to hop on, you can always share. If you are a poet or a singer or whatever you do, you can add it in the comment section and I will read it for you. Okay? So that is that. Let me see. While I wait a couple minutes to see if anyone else wants to hop on and share. If no one else competes for the throne, then it automatically goes to Inspirational Poet, who will then pick next month's theme and hopefully it'll be a little bit more competition. All right. But so far, he is our only one. Okay. Let's see here. I did want to share. Okay. Let's see. All right. I think I will share another piece from a different artist. All right. So this is from Black Chakra. He is a dope artist as well. His book, Black Hero, the Mixtape. If you don't have a copy, go to his page, Black Chakra 88, and grab you a copy. This one is good too. This is called The Last Hero. And again, I'm trying to find different pieces that go based on the theme of the month. All right. This is called The Last Hero. Call her the Spirit Awakener. She brought an ambition out of me that I didn't know existed. Call her the Seeker. She found a man out of a lump of masquerading coal. Call her Miss Revolution. She fights like a boxer for every cause she believes in. Call her the Backbone. She'll hold you up even when she can't stand your behind. Call her Never Ending Pocket Woman. She will dig until the lint in her jeans is solid gold if you needed it. She be something so super, she wears her cape on your heart. She is the woman who loved me, and that last proof I have that heroes are real. And again, it's called The Last Hero. All right. Let me see. And I'll read one more. This is called one second. Okay. All right. Hey, welcome to Freestyle Friday Battle Art Edition. The theme for this month is Note to Future Self, Interpretation of Self-Love. All right, we got ourselves a competition. We got Sheen coming on.
Peace, peace, peace.
Hi, how are you?
I'm feeling phenomenal. How are you?
Look, you've been doing some dope things lately. I'm like, hold on. Wait a minute. Yes. All in your element.
Yo, I'm just
Doing
grateful.
well.
I'm really grateful. I'm definitely. Oh my God, that's a wow. That's an epiphany that you say that because like I really feel like this expansion, and I feel like it's all meant for all of us. Like we all should expand in this abundant nature of knowing who we are and knowing why we are. So I'm glad that you said that. And and I also had to talk to you because I told someone, his name is Damir. He asked for people who are doing great things within the community and who are being able to actually like receive that reflection of that. So he's doing interviews. So I sent him your name because I just definitely wanted to make sure that you are giving your flowers as well for all the work that you do and all the diligence and all the spotlighting and all the highlighting and all, just
Yeah.
all of this. All this like you're doing right now. I had to make sure that you were spotlighted for that. So he should be reaching out to you. I'm not sure what time frame, but I did send him your Instagram and everything.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
To make sure. And I see there's a topic of discussion going on today.
Yeah, so it's actually a competition for some cash. The theme is Note to Future Self, Interpretation
Mm.
of Self-Love.
Ooh,
Yeah.
okay. Well, dang. What? This is a very this is a lot of synchronicities in one day. Um. Okay. So are we sharing pieces based off of this?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Okay. Well, let me. Can I turn on a light? Okay. Let's turn on a light. Okay. Here we go.
There you go.
Oh, lights. Okay. Okay. I think I really do have something that can go with this. Um. And I was just reflecting on it, but I didn't want to share it because it's like I'm still reflecting off of it, but I feel like it's worth the self love for ourselves and noticing where we are growing from. So I definitely do feel like
Mhm.
this may align with that. Um, dang. Okay. All right. Here we go. Just let it be now. Have you ever loved someone so much you thought you'd die? When they tell you it's over, it's hard to say goodbye, but then you're stuck in your seat trying not to reply. Let me run that back. Whew, if I get my mind. Have you ever loved someone so much you thought you'd die? Then they tell you it's over and hard to say goodbye. Now you stuck within your seat, can't retrieve a reply. Confused in your mind, you thought your love was solidified. Don't want to believe it, you wishing it was all a lie. Blockage creeping on your throat chakra, now you begin to cry. Turning a blind eye, looking up at the sky, questioning why. Could we please just give it one more try? But they reply no. So to your realization, you know you just had to let him go. What is meant for you will be for you. I gotta let it flow. Difficult facing the facts. They saying this how life goes. But I don't know. Love. Love is like picking a wild rose. Beautiful and calm, but willing to draw pain within your palm. It has to defend itself like a bomb. A life that's filled with love, it must have some thorns.
Mm.
But a life empty of love, it will have no roses. I need to value myself, make sure my heart never closes. Melt in the icebox so my compassion is unfrozen, allowing source to flow through me, continue to stay open. I am growing. I'm growing through the pain to surrender to my flow of ocean. I'm realizing that energy and motion is just, run that back. Whew. It's a lot of emotion right now. I'm realizing that flowing through the ocean is the energy and motion. Did you realize that this could feel so right? Because for a moment, everything was monochrome, just like 50 shades of black and white. And then you came into my life and made my aura bright. I never thought that you could bring my darkness to the light. But then I opened my eyes, and when you held me tight, you started removing my blockages with all your might. Now my spirit's elevated like a selenite.
Mm.
See, if your brain resigned, left vacancy in your mindset, you would have to find the truth without becoming upset. Do not forget the silence is unbearable, not speaking up at all, but you're comfortably uncomfortable. So let me give you something to manifest. Because I don't want no fear, anxiety, worry, or stress. Overcome it by accepting that all difficulties are just opportunities to learn positivity. See your capabilities, create your reality, affirm your divinity, and then you will truly see there is no competition. If you think so, that means you are conditioned. You need to make a decision to follow your own soul's mission. Now listen, soul kin, do you really want to know? Even though the truth can be uncomfortable, you really need to realize, discern through all the real lies and open up your third eye. But do you hear me though? My love, do you ever dream of candy coated raindrops? You're the thing, my candy rain. Ashe, ashe, ashe.
Yeah.
Woo.
That was dope.
Thank you.
Like, if you broke down every part of your piece, they would all be memes. Like, you can literally create content with that piece.
Oh my, yo, I didn't even
That's
think about it like that.
that's a good idea, though, right?
Yeah, man. You know, we all creative. We so multidimensional. There's so many great ideas, so many ways it could go. And
Yeah.
I definitely appreciate that reflection because I'm just reflecting like when you said self love and like the importance of like a note to your future self. I feel like that piece was not only when I was experiencing a breakup, but I wanted to acknowledge myself just as much as I wanted to acknowledge what I learned from the relationship. Like
Mm,
there's so many learning experiences. Everyone is a teacher, and once I acknowledge that everyone's a teacher, I can learn from each and every perspective. That's what I love about us as poets and just creatives. Is just that like you can learn so much from someone else's perspective. You just got to
yeah,
allow to listen to understand instead of listening to respond. You know.
exactly. And
Mm-hmm.
unfortunately, so many of us listen just to respond instead of actually listening for understanding. So
Mm-hmm. You
that's
learn
a good
so
point.
much. You know,
Yes.
just expanding your
Yes,
mindset,
you
and
do.
you create like, oh my God, like I just had to bring this right back to you, but you just create these spaces that just be like intentional conversation. Like I did not think that this is exactly what I was jumping on into, but I realized that everything you do is intentional, like, and it's definitely purposeful. So I really appreciate you for even doing this and just and keeping creatives like just involved in expanding their way of thinking just by
Mhm.
communication alone. Like it don't matter what topic you always put, it's always a topic that involves communication. Like it's just so
Yes.
it's just so lovely. Like I appreciate you for being you. Like
And I appreciate you. Yes. Make sure y'all follow and support. You know, he got so much stuff going on. I'll be trying to keep up. You know, listen, I'm gonna have to pencil it in my schedule just to keep up. But it's a good thing. It's a being productive and expanding your abilities, going out, going to different events, being one of the speakers for different events. I'll be watching you. Sometimes I can't make it out, but I'll be like, okay, I see you.
I
Yeah.
appreciate it. It's gonna happen. It's going divine timing for everything. Okay, but I
Yes.
feel like it's going to happen when it needs to happen. I barely know what places I'm about to be at, and like no for real though, because like I'm like right now I'm going
Yes.
to an open mic experience right now,
I
but
know
I was
that's
not
right.
child. Look, it's like and yesterday too. Funky verbs and funky words yesterday. I
Oh.
don't. I didn't know nothing about that. It's just that the divine told me I needed to be there, and they
Yeah.
aligned it. Like I was like, okay, I guess I'm going. Like, and it's like today, I'm like, oh, I guess I'm going. Like, you
And
know.
which one is going on tonight?
Oh, tonight it's gonna be at Lightbox Cafe. It's on Fourth and Bainbridge. It's
Okay.
just gonna be a free open mic. It's by that poetry genre. And yeah, nice
Oh.
little free open mic, a little right there, basically around in South Street area.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep, it's gonna be from 7 to 10.
Yes. All right, look,
Mm-hmm.
I'm about to close this out. Okay.
Come on, Jerome. Come on through. Look, we in Philly now. Look, this might have been a divine timing. We had to make it happen.
Exactly. Yes. Well,
Oh
thank
my
you so
God! But yeah, let me not
much.
take up any of your space so people can get up on here and share their voices. And definitely, if you align with someone like intellect, then you know that it's the intellect in your mind that's being expanded upon through creativity. And this is
Yes.
the reason why y'all probably need to get on here and share something that's about your interpretation of self love. So
Hmm.
get into it.
That's right. Yes. Well, thank you so much.
Thank
And
you.
stay if you can stay on because once we announce the winner, if it's you, you will be the one responsible for picking the following month's theme. So, yes.
Oh, well, let me stick around then. Let me see what's going on. Let me see what's going on as we talk about these developing conversations. I would develop a conversation in a minute. What we talking about, yo?
Yes, yes, and the floor is yours when it comes to that too. So yeah,
Wow. Okay, well, we'll talk about it then. Then I will see you when the stars align again.
all right.
See? Oh, you tried to X me out. How do you actually? Oh, look,
Oh my
child.
god.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Okay, girl. I'm cracking up. Yes, make sure y'all follow and support Sheen. Definitely doing some great things. Definitely a great content creator, awesome artist. And once this live is over, I will put those who have come on stage uh, in the comment section so that you can follow their pages and connect with them on another level as well. All right, so let me see. Um, So again, the theme is self-love, right? So again, in Puzzle Pieces by Lewis, there is a piece called Victims of Society. And I'm gonna read that really quickly. And then going to go into our final artist of tonight, Miss Diamond. All right. The scenes of his past seams are sewn onto his soul and sold to the highest bidder. Stone cold bones fold when the continuance of scolding his mistakes are reoccurring and never reconsidered. So they decide to place poison in his city that will damage his stomach and make sure they deliver. They keep the taste in his mouth bitter, with several sips of some cheap liquor. They can easily destroy his liver. They took his father out the picture, turned his mother into a stripper, murdered his older brother, and slowly raped his little sister. Trigger warning. Then continued to feed him false hope with misused scriptures. They created this weapon only to fear its killer. They want his ignorance to become his ammunition. I wonder who's his trigger. I wonder what's inside him. I wonder if those who claim love will stand behind him. Will they provide him something more than what his society continues to deny him? Or will they continue to lie him face down in their projected mess to despise him? And please do not forget to remind him he comes from a broken home, and that is all America needs to define him. He must accept whatever they decline him. He must ingest whatever they assign him. Colorful pills to brighten up his darkened mind so it can begin to slowly blind him. Confines him to become an average mind mime, and he becomes a problem in his community while also becoming a prophet off the deposit of America's opportunity to create disruption through the corruption of misleading him with claims of unity, brutally beating him foolishly with clothes, money, drugs, alcohol, sex, and jewelry. His cries are built off lies, and the echoes of his screams are projected off this concrete mirror so musically. But why can't we see the beauty God created? Misunderstood, love overpopulated with hatred, polluted with misconceptions and rejections, and secluded with one way directions. On a path millions of men just like him travel. One has using a voice to fight your battle become more of an issue than becoming the force to discontinue a human's life. Now his heartbeat may still breathe at night, but his dreams have committed suicide ever since his vision was brutalized by society's perception and the government's deception. Common sense now carries less value than dollars and cents, and talk became too cheap for food for thought to be an exception. The fine print on his birth certificate went unmentioned. His screams will remain quiet, and in the public eye, his mouth is what initiates the riot. His ears only channel in his fears, while the slightest touch of doubt appears. Whenever his surroundings become unclear, it's near impossible for him to overcome these obstacles. Attached with a lack of faith, death seems so close, and he hasn't seen God in days. Walking dead in the flesh in terms of his mind state, he fell victim to existing instead of living. And even though this seems like his end, this is only his beginning. Victims of society. Now, I wanted to read that piece because a part of self love is being honest with ourselves about the things that we have gone through and how it has strengthened us to be better, to accept ourselves for the way that we are, for what we've been through. Um, And a lot of times we can't accept who we are or love who we are because we're denying what we've been through. So having that reality and accepting that as reality, but not staying stuck in that past, but using that as fuel for your present and your future is what will help you to kind of hone in on your self love and self acceptance and all of those things, right? So I wanted to end his book with that piece, which was dope, by the way. And if you are not following Lewis, his info is I am super dope underscore. Um, okay, so we are going to have Miss Diamond hop on, and she will be our last contestant for tonight. I do have a few plans tonight, so yes. And then we are going to find our winner. So for those who are on here, who've been on here, who have heard Inspirational Poet and Sheen perform, make sure you vote for who you want to win this month, and that person will choose next month's theme. All right, let's get it with Miss Diamond. Hello.
Hey sis, how you been?
I'm good. How are you?
I've been good, still fighting the pain.
Yeah, listen. Just tell it to go away. Just go away. Like, just go. We don't want you here.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, I'm glad you sticking it out. You're a rider. I like that.
Yeah, I mean I got to.
Yeah. So you competing this month, huh?
For sure, for sure.
Oh, that's
I
fine.
know I've been MIA, I've been like, oh but I have been writing though. And
Okay.
and I wrote something while I was in here too,
Nice.
so yeah, new shit. Y'all already know me, I gotta introduce myself.
And for those that don't know, that is Diamond, poet, entrepreneur. She got a bunch of stuff going on, but y'all can find out more about her on For Friday when she comes on for our feature segment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that part.
Yes.
So I got two pieces.
All right.
Um and I don't like it either. Um
You'll grow to love them.
I'm glad Erica not in here because she would have
Right.
beat me up with that.
Yes. You'll grow to love it.
Um. Okay, so I wrote 5 pieces today that are brand new, and so this one is something different. I still don't like it, but I wrote it at 10:42 a.m.
Mm. Okay.
So, and shout out to Queen B for the prompt. The prompt was breathing through paper. So I don't like it, but yeah, that was the prompt. So she know I be doing this. She gonna beat me up afterwards. Um, but yeah, and I didn't finish it either. I don't be finishing my pieces either. Um, so there we go. The day I started breathing again, I was shocked because of these 3 words was mentioned in my head: beautiful, love, and achievements. Each word gave me the moment of myself to tell me who I was at first at all costs. It burned through my hands like it was like just like a paper cut that I got from a game I was playing. I thought about I can't breathe was George Floyd's last words, and it gave me a repeats of my words, poetically. Beautiful, because I am beautiful, but I always hide it through the hoodies. I love myself sometimes, but I don't show enough affection for me. I don't acknowledge myself for my many achievements and different things because I feel like I'm nothing. But everyone will tell me I shine like a bright like a diamond, or say my name is diamond to represent many things. Start me from breathing again and again, taking breaths in and out like my exercise to keep me calm. And then I burn through the lights of my hands to get a crimson and see and waiting to see if that was the interpretation of my self-love through me. I had a conversation with myself. Note to self. What can I do to be me? A better me of my ways to translate my words back to me and poetically. Freestyle my words and metaphors and seeing me be me. Took 1, 2, 3. Now there are many knocks on the door. Come in. Was that my way of a God is calling me? Angels of heaven saying my ancestors' matters and magic in me? It was me. Everyone that was supporting me saying where my poetry was at. I wouldn't be a poet if it wasn't me, if I didn't start my journey in 2020, I see. All these people, shout out to Intellect with all her many business and endeavors, gave me the opportunity to be me as well, when I could stand up to be the woman I am today. Crying out many days, saying that I don't like my pieces. Shout out to Erica, even though she told me not to say that anymore. I just couldn't be the person that put that in, because y'all know I don't like titles. Y'all know I always hate on myself because I say myself is trash. But when I speak it out poetically, it gives me clarity and say that, wait, did I write them words through me? Through the shed of the paper, seeing the paper cuts and bruises bleeding through me? My ink is my words, pinpointing in the day that poetry never dies through me. If it dies, how can someone hear my words poetically? Self-love to myself. I'm trying to love me more. But who can I be if I don't know who I am before? That's where I stop at.
Yeah, I like that.
I ain't like it.
Who can I be if I don't know who I was before? Yeah, that's a deep question, though. Like I said, you'll grow to love it.
But all y'all love it, that's what matters.
Yep, and you too.
Mm. I mean,
Mhm.
there's little parts in there I like, but
Mhm.
mm. I want to. Let me see if I can do another. I'll do another piece. I ain't been on here in a while, so.
Look, me too. I think I took last month off from doing lives pretty much. So I'm kind of getting back at it this month.
Cause you need a break.
Yeah.
They be working you hard, shoot.
Mhm. So before you do that, the next piece, I wanted to bring Sheen back on so that since it was just y'all and Inspirational Poet, we're gonna split the prize 3 ways. So since y'all are the only two that's still on here, y'all can pick next month's theme.
Oh yeah, he was dope. He had me writing stuff that I didn't like my piece, and I wrote it again, and I was in my feelings.
Yes. So we are gonna have you uh, pick next month's theme. Let me see.
He sees.
Yes, yes. I'm gonna see
No,
if
you good.
Inspirational Poet can hop on too.
What was that? I couldn't hear you.
I was trying to see if Inspirational Poet is able to hop on too, because I wanted you all to pick a theme for next month.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, I definitely got something in mind.
What you got in mind?
Hero versus villain.
Oh, I like that.
Ooh.
Yeah, because I'm noticing that both of them are to be acknowledged. Like they're, of course the word villain is immediately going to be like, bad or, but I do feel as though that there is a righteous anger that it comes with a villain that could be misperceived. So,
Mm-hmm.
um, almost, I mean, this is kind of not really that good of an example, but I'm gonna say it anyway because I don't want to spoil nothing else. But like Thanos is like the one who was perceived to be one of the worst villains, but I would feel like he was the most righteous villain because in his mind he thought that he was doing something heroic, which was, if I erase half of the planet, everybody else is going to thrive. It's like the people that's remaining is going to thrive. Man. To him, he be thinking about, it's like he was thinking about a generation that was going to like live or prevail,
Right.
but it was like still like kind of selfish. It's like, wait, so you just going to throw away all these people? But forget about all that. That's the perspective. It's just in his mind that was righteous. And
Mm-hmm.
so basically, to put it this way, from the difference we were just talking about this today, like the difference between like a hero and villain would be like, well, no, the similarity between a hero and villain would be like they both receive something traumatic. Something traumatic both happen to the hero and the villain. But the difference would be that the villain, they want other people to feel the pain. They want them to learn through experience. And the hero would be the one who wants everyone else not to feel that pain. They want to find a way where they don't have to receive that type of traumatic experience for them to learn.
Right.
So yeah, I was thinking about how that could be like a little topic of discussion.
Yeah, I like that. That's a good topic.
I mean, I'm up for anything. So
Yeah.
it don't matter.
So
It
you
don't matter.
down with
My
hero
team do
versus
whatever.
villain? All right.
Mm-hmm.
So y'all heard that for those that just joined in. For next month's theme, we are doing hero versus villain. So
Oh, that's a
bring
good
your
topic.
arts. Yes.
I
Uh,
got a piece on that too already too.
Ooh,
for next month.
Yeah.
Oh shucks now. See. Yes.
Mm.
All right, Sheen. I know you about to go and get your open mic on. I wanted
oh
to
yeah,
catch you before you went in.
oh yeah, no, sorry, I'm in the car. I'm on my way.
Okay, all right. And I will send y'all all Cash App and Venmo once we get off of here with your cash prize.
What? Oh, we won? Oh
Yes.
well, I still deserve the right to be hyped. I'm like, wait, huh? I'm like, what?
Yeah, see. I know one time somebody had came on and didn't even know it was a competition and they ended up winning.
Well, that's definitely me because I did not know it.
Yes.
I'm like, what? We won, girl. We about to high five into this.
I'm cracking up.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you for holding space. See, this is what I was talking about. See, I was just talking about you in edification, just about what the great things you do. I was not thinking about no monetary nothing.
Yes. Comes in handy.
That's true.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Well, thank you for holding space. Thank you for your integrity. And thank you for just shining the light on how we're healing throughout this experience. Like we were just talking about this earlier, how we just write ourselves out of a lot of different things. I just think it's so much power behind our voice and the
Hmm.
expansion of our voice too. So I'm excited to know like that we're like that there's a collaboration, that there's unity behind the integrity of when we create this space.
Yes. And thank you for showing up and sharing your dope art with us.
Yeah, he's fire. I had just followed him too.
Yes.
And I will be following that. Because the energy that you like, I just love the fact that you acknowledge your authenticity, like even in sharing both of your pieces like this. It's just that the fact that you honor yourself in your own journey, and that's what I love. It's authentic.
Appreciate it, appreciate it. It wasn't I didn't even know it was gonna come out like that to be honest.
It is what it is. That's what about being genuine. It's just I am who I am.
Exactly.
I know who I
As I
am,
heard
but most
about it, I was
importantly,
like,
I know
oh,
why.
okay, I'm introducing myself in the piece and I'm not even knowing it. So that was dope.
Yeah.
I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all so much.
Yes,
Thank y'all
no
for being on.
problem. Enjoy the show.
I sure will. And we'll make sure that we can align at least one time. I don't know what, but
I
what at least we
know.
can do is keep each other posted. You know, I don't be on here, but I'll be on here.
Yes. I feel you.
All right. And Diamond, you got one more piece or you good?
Yeah, so I got this piece.
Okay.
Um, and I wrote this one at 9:39 a.m. I got poems all over the place. And it's gonna it's to like all different prompts.
Okay.
The first time that came to me was at the park with some unnecessary bullshit information, so I just started documenting my notes like I was creating a science project back when I was in school in science class. When they came for me, I asked myself a question about Queenie prompt, what is a good burger or a good burger? So I spitted some bars saying your soul divided within the good burger itself, or was it a good burger? Hell yeah. Or was it me spitting my words poetically? I got y'all to think for a minute. Y'all still thinking about the words I said before in the first line. Is it really a good burger? You made me love. Touching my body was in me. When you came from me, I was on cloud nine thinking about the last time I ate my fears. Was I breathing? Was I waiting for the words to come out so I can breathe again as one instead of two? Did I have to take a pause to get a breather as I breathe in and breathe out? My ego told me if I waited patiently, would it save me from all costs, shackles and bound on, living for my rights and calling me a slave trade? Ah, that was your way of me knocking the door and not bringing it back in pieces. Even though my dream needed rewrites. When it came from me, I definitely came written foolproof, like an unspoken diamond with a dance, a reverse freestyle, to let my ancestors know I am making history for my melanin queens and kings, with the foundation I call Diamond's Humble Paradise. I had a little girl asking me a question: if I die, will someone remember me? Don't ask me where the bodies are buried.
Hmm.
The people will say it was hidden under God's golden eight. I mean the golden eight. As they left a love letter about the day poetry died. Felt like my lazy days were over. When I met my ego for the first time, I laughed at first because I was scared. When it came from me, I let my pen put my poets in poetry. As I freestyle to introduce myself, saying Diamond, or Lessons with Creation, my Instagram handle name, or Shanice, or whatever people call me, what my creator was to me. While I spotlight is saying, I put my poets in my poetry, my creativity is me. I wanted to thank everyone that made my creativity to be me, from other poets that inspired me, Intellect, Maya Speaks, and many more. They gave me the way so I can grow my pen and put it back together in scores. Now I'm shooting bars and different things into poetically, but I don't think you're going to get layup like the Steph Curry as we stay creating as one piece. And I'm not gonna
Yes,
lie, I like this piece. I like this
yes.
one.
I don't know why you don't like your stuff. Like, I don't know. We're gonna have to get some
Man,
therapy
my stuff gonna be
for your
like,
mind
I
or
don't feel
something
like
so
my
we can
stuff be
get on
poetically
track
enough.
with the beautiness of your stuff, of your art. Cause you got some dope art over there, girl. You just gonna have to learn to love it and be like, this is the bomb right here. Just psych yourself out or something.
We the belong together. So.
Yes, exactly.
But yeah, each prompt is from so like the last time I ate my fears was Queen Bee from Clubhouse.
Mm-hmm.
Um Queenie, good burger or good burger. That was her prompt. Um I use so many prompts.
That's
Even though
good.
my dreams need rewrites, that was Queenie prompt. And where the bodies are buried, that was Queen Bee prompt.
Mm.
Lazy Days were Queenie. The Day Poetry Died, that was Emmanuel Cole from Poetry Club. Um, I put so much out there and stuff in here.
And
Um,
they were all from Clubhouse?
yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
all of them are all from different
I haven't really been on that
Clubhouse
like
rooms.
that. I need to start getting back on there.
I barely be on there. I
Yeah.
ain't gonna lie. I've been on there like 2 days, and the dude was like, "Wow, I haven't seen you in a while." I said, "I know, I don't be on here." They're just like, "I don't be on here," but I just be in my own world, and I try to stay interact. I make sure I stay in contact with you and other people, but I'm trying to be me, and then it's like I try to get my mind. I try to keep my mind busy as well, so I don't gotta worry about the pain too as well. So,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, it's
Oh,
like I'm still fighting, but I
as
do
you
want to give up
should.
sometimes. But
Okay. Well, thank you so much for
mhm.
hopping on and for being our last contestant and one of the winners for this month. We
I so
appreciate you.
appreciate. You know, I had to come and show love.
Yes, yes. Thank you for closing it off with a bang. And I will see you. Well, I see you all the time, girl.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
special, but yeah,
Yes, you are. Yes. All right, girl. Well, enjoy your Friday. Do something nice for yourself.
I'll probably write something else and then erase it. Or
Mm-mm. You send it to me before you erase it.
oh yeah, I see all the poems that I wrote that I don't like.
Okay.
Mm-mm, mm-mm,
Alrighty.
just, no, you
Alright.
gotta kick me out.
Oh, okay. Let me see. All right, y'all. That was Diamond. Make sure you follow and support her as well as Sheen and Inspirational Poet, who were our winners for this month. The theme for next month is Hero versus Villain. So just a recap of what we got going on. Showcase Your Talent show will be the 30th of this month. That's the last Wednesday from 8 to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Zoom. It is our double prize month. So if you compete as a contestant, you will be in the running for $200. All right, so there is still some spots left. So if you are interested, make sure you register to be a contestant. If you just want to showcase your art and what you got going on, you can sign up as a feature. If you have a business product or service that you would like to discuss during the show, you can sign up as a sponsor. If you just want to share your art and you don't really care about being a part of the showcase, we have an open mic section as well. And if you just want to view the show, we got some space for you too, of course. So you can register with the link in our bio or go to intelex.com. That's INTELEXX.com and click on Showcase Your Talent Show Registration, and that will secure your spot. We have Meeting of the Minds Mondays, where we host one Monday a month a topic so that we can come together and talk and get to know each other a little bit better. If you are interested in any topics that we have not discussed, make sure you check on our page, go to our series, for Meeting of the Minds to see what topics we've discussed already, as well as on YouTube. And if there's anything that we have not discussed that you would like us to talk about on this platform, definitely connect with us. If you want to host Meeting of the Minds, definitely connect with us because we're here to serve you. All right, so connect with us so that we can add it in the queue. We have Q&A Wednesdays where we pose a question of the month to kind of get to know each other apart from us just being artists, because we are more than our art, even though that's who we are, but there are different parts of us too. All right, so if you have a question that you want to ask us, feel free during the live, either in the comment or the question box, or you can email us or DM us ahead of time so that it can be guaranteed answers. If you want to host Q&A Wednesday, that is an option as well. You can connect with us on that if you're interested in that part. We also have Freestyle Fridays. We have open mics pretty much every Friday. We have an event if there is time. Second Fridays is Battle Art, where you have a chance at some cash. And the winners, based on the viewers' votes, will pick the next month's theme. So next month's theme is Hero versus Villain. So stay tuned, because if you are interested in being a part of next month's competition, you can win some cash and you can pick the next month's theme. All right. We have Art of War, Art Awareness Fundraiser, where we raise awareness for the beauty, necessity, and uniqueness of art, as well as raise funds so that we can come to a place near you. We want to go from virtual to in-person concerts, and raising money is the best way to do that. You don't have to wait until third Fridays to donate. You can donate via Cash App, via PayPal, Venmo. We have different links on our website. You can go to the link in our bio. There's many different options. You can also DM or email us for different ways to donate to this platform so that we can have more things for you and more resources for you so that we can help you do the best that you can do in your art journey. We also have Freestyle Friday feature segment, fourth Fridays, where we showcase and spotlighting entrepreneurs that's doing their thing in the community. Stay tuned, because Ms. Diamond that you saw tonight will be our feature for this month. So come back on Fourth Friday so that you can check her out and find a little bit more about who she is. All right. We also have Intellect's a Place for Entrepreneurs podcast. We are in season 3, but not just audio. We are visual now. So check out our previous seasons, check out this season, and if you are interested in being a feature, definitely connect with us so that we can add you to the list. We have promo options, we have merch, we have books, we have voiceover options, we have member fees, we have art and business seminars that we have hosted in the past. If you are interested in being a part of one of our future seminars, definitely connect so that we can get that underway, because the next one is coming up very soon, so stay tuned. And if you want to be in the know with all things intellects, definitely subscribe to our email list so you can be first to know before everyone else, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. All right. So again, I am your host, Intellects, founder and CEO of Intellects Artrepreneur Agency, the Indeed for Artists. We connect you, artists, entrepreneurs, and business owners and businesses with experts, networks, and platforms to promote your unique artistry. Long story short, we are here to serve you, and we do that to the best of our abilities. So thank you so much for tuning in. For those who will catch this later, for those who participated, who supported the artists that came on here, we appreciate you all, and we will be back again next month. Unfortunately, because of time, we will be ending now, but for those who would like to participate, we definitely have you on for next month. All right. So, Queen Murat Rogers, I hope I said that right. I definitely got you next month, but we do have to close off today. I hope you come back, and we will be back next month. So if you do want to next week, if you do want to participate and share your art, we do have some room for you next week. So definitely come back if you can. All right. So thank you all for participating, for joining. I hope you have a positive, peaceful, and productive weekend, a great Friday, and an awesome rest of your week. Until next time, y'all.